life of people not only in Niger State but also.
Still a chance for Ryan Robin. It's free.
Let him shoot. Let him shoot. No problem.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. So this is the Gallery TV News update at 4. I'm Eleje Chidima. On the news headlines, Abriba resigns as Senate Minority Leader, dumps PDP. Decisive weekend, APC PDP picks presidential candidate. People's school fuel as struck 4 vehicles collide in Lagos. Still on the news headline, NNPP offers Obi Vice President ticket. On business news, rural electrification GEF UDP kickstart $2.9 million off-grid lighting project. On sports news, UCL final comes alive on Go TV. And on foreign news, man dies in Brazilian police custody after being restrained in car filled with unknown gas. And now the news in details. Abriba resigns as Senate Minority Leader, dumps PDP. The Minority Leader of the Senate, Enyinaya Abriba, has resigned from People Democratic Party (PDP). Senator Abriba made this decision known in a letter to the ward chairman of the PDP in his ward, Ward 5, Obingwa local government area of Abia State. In a letter dated May 24, 2022, the senator wrote, "This development is consequent upon the shameful display of illegibility, impunity, and undemocratic decisions of the party after due consultation with his constituency." He said he could make his new political direction known in due course. In a separate letter, Senator Abriba notified Senate President Ahmed Lawal of his resignation from PDP. This also means by resignation as Minority Leader of the Senate, he said. At the decisive weekend, APC PDP pick presidential candidate. The stage is set for crunchy weekend as two leading political parties in the country elect their presidential candidate for the 2023 general election. The exercise is a climax to the phase primaries of the main opposition People Democratic Party (PDP) and the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC), as the former holding its presidential primary between May 28 and May 29, while the latter hold its exercise between May 29 to May 30th. The presidential convention had been preceded with weeks of intense horse trading, campaign consultation by the contestants and individual parties with critical stakeholders, among others, power breakers and prospective delegates across the 6 geopolitical zone. 14 out of the initial 15 screened and cleared by the PDP will be smuggling it out for its ticket, following the sudden decision of former Governor of Anambra State, Mr. Pete Obi, to call it quits with the main opposition due to irreconcilable differences. The frontrunners for the APC ticket include the national leader of the party, Senator Bola Tinubu, incumbent Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo, President of Senate Ahmed Lawal, Iswal, Minister of the Transport Rotimi Amechi, Ekiti State Governor Dr. Kayode Femi, former Governor of Ogun State, Senator Ibikunle Amosun, Governor David Umahi of Ebonyi State, Minister of Science and Technology Dr. Obunaya Ono, ex-Minister of State for Education Chukwuemeka Nwajuba, Senator Ajayi Brofis, former Governor of Imo State, Senator Richard Sokorecha, and former Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Godwin Akpabio. Whereas some elders from the northern parts of the country facilitate the choice of Saraki and Mohammed as consensus candidates of the north ahead of the primaries. The possibility of APC adopting a consensus option is only being discussed in hushed tones in a few seconds within 8 votes. Still on the news, people's crude fuel has struck 4 vehicles collide in Lagos. A tanker laden with 45,000 liters of premium motor spirit PMS Friday overturned and split its content at the surrounding area of Otedola Bridge along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Eyewitness accounts said residents, both youths and adults, took the advantage to smoke fuel, not minding the danger. It was learned that the unidentified truck collided with 4 other vehicles before it overturned and burst into flame. Not minding the danger, residents were said to have besieged surrounding areas to scoop the content. The incident resulted into traffic jam as the entire access was cordoned off to allow a smooth rescue operation. A man adult was recovered dead during the rescue operation, which ended on Friday. The permanent secretary said a joint team of the Lagos State Fire Service, the agency fire team, the Nigerian police were able to manage the situation and prevented it from degenerating. NNPP offers Obi vice president ticket. New Nigerian People Party NNPP is offering former Anambra State Governor Pete Obi the ticket of running mate to the national leader of the party, Rayu Musa Kwankwaso. The nation has learned. The party is discussing with several lawmakers and aspirants from the People Democratic Party (PDP) and All Progressive Congress (APC) who feel unhappy with the process of their primaries. A source within the party told the nation that while the party was willing to give him the position of vice president, his follower has insisted on the presidential ticket, with Kwankwaso serving as his running mate. The source, however, said the zoning of the presidential tickets of APC and PDP could determine the final decision of the NNPP. The source said Obi, Kwankwaso and some of the party leaders had met to discuss the issue ahead of the party presidential primary slated for June 2nd in Abuja. On business news, rural electrification GEF UNDP kickstarts $2.9 million off-grid lighting projects. The Rural Electrification Agency, with funding support from Global Environment Facility and the United Nations Development Program, has kicked off a 5-year rural electrification project tagged "This Risking Sustainable Off-Grid Lighting Solution in Nigeria." Direct beneficiaries of the $2.9 million project are estimated at 96,380 persons, out of which 49,540 are expected to be women. At the official launch of the project on Thursday in Abuja, where the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer, Rural Electrification Agency, Ahmed Salihijo Executive Director, Rural Electrification Fund, Dr. Sanusi O'Hara, representative of the UNDP, Mohammed Yahaya, as well as the project manager, the Risking Sustainable Off-Grid Lighting Solution in Nigeria, Dr. Bala Taiden. The partners disclosed that the project was financed by GEF with $2.6 million and supported by UNDP with $30,000. In his address of welcome, Ahmed addressed the need for effective collaboration in achieving rural electrification projects. While commending the financial support from GEF and UNDP, he reiterated that the imperative of rural electrification to nation development and beckoned on the private sectors for investment collaboration in renewable energy in the country. On sports news, UCL final comes alive on GoTV. GoTV customer can look forward to European football action for the 2021-2022 UEFA Champions League final match between Liverpool and Real Madrid on the dedicated pop-up channel tomorrow. The pay TV giant introduced a pop-up channel to enable its customers subscribed to GoTV Super and GoTV Max package to have access to content from European Premier competition all day long. The channel, which is set to go live from the 26th of May and close on 30th of May, will broadcast the much-anticipated showdown between the two giants set to be played at the Stade de France in Saint-Denis, France. Both teams are no longer strangers to each other. The ties is a rematch of 2018 final, which played out in Kyiv. Real Madrid emerged 3-1 winner contest of a Karim Benzema's opener from the Loris Karius era and a spectacular brace from Gareth Bale. Fans and loyal customers of Heineken in and around Lagos are set for a memorable Champions League final experience as the International Imperial Crown is set to light up the Centre of Excellence with its magic. Through tomorrow's final clash between Liverpool and Real Madrid is taking place thousands of miles away at the Stade de France. Henneken will be revealing the electric atmosphere in the Paris at Cubana in the heart of the Lagos state capital, Ikeja. On foreign news, man dies in Brazilian police custody after being restrained in car filled with unknown gas. Protests were held in the Brazilian city of Umbaba on Thursday following the death of a man in police custody. In a video purportedly showing the incident on Wednesday, two federal highway police officers are seen attempting to restrain 38-year-old Ganivedo Decisive Santos on the ground. The footage in the widely shown video is edited, leaving gaps where it is unclear what happened between the clips. The next clip shows the officers allegedly putting Santos in the trunk of a federal highway police patrol SUV. The individual appeared to push back against the officers' effort to get them tied into the car. In another clip, officers are shown using the trunk of the police car to pin down the man's leg while the vehicle filled with an unknown white smoke or gas. The trapped man is head screening. In another clip, the police officer is seen holding the man's leg down while the gas disperses. And after about a minute and a half, the legs appear to stop moving. The officers are seen holding the trunk of the vehicle closely. And the man died in custody after being rushed to the hospital. And that's all we have on the Gallery TV News Update at 4. I'm Eleje Chidima. Do enjoy the rest of the day.
Life of people not only in Niger State but also.
Still a chance for Ryan Robin. It's
Let him shoot, let him shoot. No problem.
That the government
This division is the long overstatement on ethnic.
He accused the APC lead